Good evening and welcome to a brand new week of Left, Right and Centre. I'm Nidhi Razdan. It's a critical week politically. We have the Delhi results coming up tomorrow and tonight. We're first going to talk about a political crisis in Bihar. The Chief Minister Jitan Ram Manjhi has actually been expelled by his own party. The question is whether Nitish Kumar has misfired by taking on Jitan Ram Manjhi. Is he going to take the BJP support? What will the fallout of all of this be politically, and what will the governor do? Also tonight, the Delhi election results are now less than 12 hours away. Is it going to be a big victory for the Aam Aadmi Party as the exit polls say, or can the BJP still make a comeback? And what's at stake for the BJP nationally, for the Congress and indeed for the AAP if it does win? Well, first on to the big political story tonight, and that is the political crisis in Bihar, where Chief Minister Jitan Ram Manjhi was actually sacked by his own party, the JDU, earlier today. Nitish Kumar then, with the support of about 130 MLAs, went to meet the governor, Kesrinath Tripathi, and said that he was taking claim to form the government. But Mr. Manjhi is not giving up without a fight. He, in fact, then went back to meet the governor this afternoon and claimed that his expulsion from the party was unconstitutional and that he wanted to prove his numbers on the floor of the House. The governor, in fact, has now flown to Delhi, and it will be important to see what the governor's next step will be. But all of this has made the political scene in Bihar quite interesting, where assembly elections are due later this year. Well, joining us tonight, Pawan K. Verma, Rajya Sabha MP of the JDU, also Mr. Rashmikant, spokesperson of the Congress Party, and Mr. GVL Rao, spokesperson of the BJP, will be joined by our commentators shortly. Let me come to you first, Mr. Verma. One of the things that is being said as a result of this entire battle that Nitish Kumar is having with Mr. Manjhi is whether politically this could backfire on him. Mr. Manjhi, a known Dalit face, once his protege, Mr. Nitish Kumar was his mentor. Now it's being seen as Nitish Kumar, hungry for power. How would you respond?
First of all, Nidhi, I want to mention to you that there is no crisis in Bihar except for the irrational intransigence of Mr. Manjhi. Today, Mr. Nitish Kumar, accompanied by Sri Lalu Yadav and Sharad Yadav and the Congress representative and the CPI, paraded before the Raj Bhavan 130 MLAs when the required majority is 117. So there is a clear majority for a JDU which has elected a new leader in the form of Nitish Kumar, which can stake claim to form a government. There is no crisis. Secondly, certainly let me say to you that Mr. Manjhi was appointed by Mr. Nitish Kumar on the basis of trust. That trust was belied. Mr. Manjhi was expected, without being at all remote controlled, acting independently on his own. There is not a single instance that anyone can cite where Mr. Nitish Kumar sought to control Mr. Manjhi. But he was expected to continue the governance story, which is the USP of Mr. Nitish Kumar and the JDU. Instead of that, governance was unraveling, law and order had deteriorated, women's safety was imperiled, and even for the Samaj to which he belongs, the Mahadalit Samaj, he had done very little except for populist statements.
But Mr. Verma, it's just months before the assembly election. It is just months.
And it became increasingly clear.
No, but it's just months.
Last point, Nidhi.
Yeah.
It became increasingly clear that he was doing a lot of it on the behest of the BJP.
So that is ultimately what GVL Rao, it is boiling down to. Both the Congress and the JDU have been openly saying that the BJP is behind this. How does the BJP look at this crisis? Is this something you should be wading into? Because there is also a feeling that if you wade into this and you create a crisis wherein the governor does something controversial, this could backfire on you and it could be advantage Nitish Kumar.
Nidhi, I think Janata Dal United, which made tall claims of uniting its old Janata Parivar, now is a divided house. It has become a Janata Dal divided. And the Chief Minister of the state, Mr. Manjhi, was not appointed to the office by the BJP. He was handpicked by Mr. Nitish Kumar, leader of the JDU, who claimed he was making a huge sacrifice to make a Mahadalit as a Chief Minister. And now what JDU, what Mr. Verma is saying, is an indictment of its own government, which has been in office for the last 7-8 months. So now, for some reason, Mr. Nitish Kumar wants to reclaim his post and he's trying to discredit and humiliate a Dalit chief minister to grab the position back into his hands. I think this is a matter that is completely internal to the Janata Dal United. And the BJP, how the BJP, we were in alliance with JDU in the last elections. By resorting to an alliance with RJD, I think it is the JDU which had resorted to opportunistic politics.
But is it
Bihar.
really an internal
Now
matter? Did Mr. Manjhi meet Mr. Modi for so long? I believe the meeting lasted almost an hour when he was here in Delhi, and then he comes out and says that politics wasn't discussed. Do you think anyone believes that, Mr. Rao?
I think there is no other way to except to believe what the chief minister says. He was here for a Niti Aayog meeting. All the chief ministers were in Delhi. If a chief minister of a state seeks to have a meeting with the prime minister, and if the prime minister can accommodate it, why not? And Mr. Manjhi came out and said this was a meeting where he only discussed the governance of Bihar and the development of Bihar. And in any case, I think it's a big JDU. It's an internal crisis of the JDU. I think it's become fashionable for many parties to, whenever their house is in disorder, whenever they are unable to maintain peace in their own backyard, they would blame the BJP leadership and the Prime Minister. I think it's nothing but extremely farcical.
No, so therefore, let me just get the Congress into this with a quick comment. What do you see happening next in Bihar? I mean, there's a choice that the governor has to make. What do you think will happen?
But
that's very critical.
I'll make 3 quick points, but before that, I just want to respond to one point that Mr. Narasimha Rao made, where he said Mr. Nitish Kumar made Mr. Manjhi the chief minister. If he has the right to make Mr. Manjhi the chief minister, he also has the right to unmake Mr. Manjhi the chief minister, but that's an internal issue of the JDU. I think there's three things here. Number one, that ultimately whether who has the majority has to be proven on the floor of the House. That is very clear from the Bomai judgment. Now there are 2 critical issues here after that.
And you're saying it shouldn't be delayed.
It should not, yes, I'm saying number one, Mr. Manjhi is asking for this to be delayed till the 20th, while in the past we've seen instances where the governor at the maximum gives 3 to 4 days, and I'll give you an example. When Mr. Chandrababu Naidu undertook that coup against Mr. Narasimha, against Mr. NTR in the 90s, he came to the then governor of Andhra Pradesh with a majority of the MLAs who said the Raj Bhavan is not the place to show the majority.
It's the floor of the House.
It's the floor of the House.
Yeah.
He had even come with signatures of the equivalent of the Secretary General there in the Tamil Nadu, in the Andhra Assembly. And he gave 3 or 4 days, even though NTR wanted it dissolved. And the third crucial thing is that Mr. Manjhi is asking for a secret ballot. Why is he asking for a secret ballot? If people have been elected on a particular symbol, on a particular ideology, then as representatives of the people, as MLAs, then the people of Bihar have a right to know that if they are changing their ideology, if they are going on a different path, why are they doing that?
Let me just get Professor Saibal Gupta and Siddharth Bhatia in as well. Professor Gupta, what do you think is the fallout of this political crisis, particularly on Nitish Kumar? I know a lot will depend on how it plays out with the governor, but is this something that could really backfire on him with elections just a few months away, Mr. Manjhi being a prominent Dalit face, or do you think that Nitish Kumar can rise from this?
I think Nitish Kumar has got strengthened in this particular crisis. When he resigned immediately after the parliamentary election, there was some level of uncertainty at that time in Bihar. But now I think Nitish Kumar has been able to craft a widest possible political consensus behind him. And I think the removal of Mr. Manjhi and his election as a leader of the legislative party of JDU indicates where it was supported by even RJD and Congress also, that some sort of a broadest consensus is emerging in Bihar as far as Nitish Kumar is concerned. Nitish Kumar, in spite of his good governance for almost 7-8 years, electorally he could not get a proper dividend in the parliamentary election. So he wanted to consolidate his social base by putting Mr. Manjhi as the Chief Minister of Bihar. I think in last couple of months, I think that experiment has not succeeded fully. So possibly there was a clamor at every level, from the organizational level, from the other friendly party of JDU, including RJD and Congress, that there should be change of leadership. And in the backdrop of Delhi election, where the track record of Kejriwal for 49 days, which worked magic. So in the context of Bihar also, people wanted to recreate the magical performance of Nitish Kumar in the last 7-8 years. So they wanted to use that as an important agenda in the forthcoming election. So in this backdrop, I think installation of Nitish Kumar was a logical conclusion, and which was
have been, but Siddharth Bhatia did Nitish Kumar underestimate Jitan Manjhi's reaction to this? What do you believe the fallout will be?
See, there's two things. There's the cause and the effect. I mean, the cause, as Mr. Rao said, that it's an internal crisis, but the fact of the matter is, even if the BJP has not spurred it or created this problem, it will benefit if this grand alliance fails. Secondly, don't forget that this grand alliance, or at least the RJD-JDU alliance, performed quite well in the assembly by-elections. So if the calculation was that the current chief minister, who we placed hoping that at least the Dalit vote would come to them, has been a bit of a disaster by all accounts, then it's time, with a few months left for the election, to go back to that alliance. When you have all the other small parties saying we are ready to back Nitish Kumar, then why wouldn't Nitish Kumar step in and say, let me lead this party, instead of somebody who's a bit of a washout? So clearly, I think they are planning. Professor Dasgupta very, delineated it extremely well. The signs in Delhi must have immediately sent shock waves, and to say that here's an opportunity to come together. Everyone's ready to come together. Why shouldn't somebody with a past record, with a reasonably good image, with a very, very strong leadership qualities come? Now my worry is, from the JDU's point of view, I'm not worried for them, but the JDU's worry should be how the governor takes this. Yeah. If the governor says no, he has to prove his majority in the House, then the JDU, then Nitish Kumar is through. But if the governor comes back from Delhi and comes up with some other formulation, then we can see some political problems.
Okay, Mr. Rashmikant has a quick point, and I'll come back to Mr. Verma. Yeah.
I think when he talked about the governor, I think there are two very important things regarding the governor here. Number one, in a situation like this, for the governor to show his independence, there is no reason for the governor to come to Delhi first and then go to Bihar.
So you're questioning why he's come to Delhi?
Why has he come to Delhi? Also because, if you remember, in the NDA regime, when Mr. Kesinath Tripathi was the Speaker of the UP Assembly, he did not particularly cover himself with glory when he took a stand against the Mayawati government and got, when Mulayam was installed.
So you're questioning his neutrality?
What I am saying is we have to be very careful when we make a comment about a constitutional authority, but the constitutional authority himself or herself must be very careful about their own credibility for the sake of democracy.
So then, Pawan Verma, does the JDU have faith that the governor will do the right thing, or are you, like the Congress, raising questions about the governor's neutrality in this case?
I'm raising a point. I'm not raising a question.
It is a question.
Nidhi, the governor is a constitutional post. We respect the position, and we have the faith that he will act in accordance with democratic norms and constitutional propriety and precedent. We are waiting for him to do so. We have requested him that in the light of the 130 MLAs that we paraded before the Raj Bhavan and about which we have given him verifiable evidence, he will, on our request, without any delay and certainly within the next 48 hours, convene a special session of the Assembly so that we can demonstrate that majority on the floor of the House. If Mr. Jitan Ram Manjhi with 12 MLAs wishes to show that he has the majority, he is welcome to do so as well. But we do not want a democratic mockery and the reduction of the constitution to shambles with a chief minister with 12 MLAs claiming that he will appoint 2 deputy chief ministers and 36 ministers, and with the BJP playing a shadow game from behind the curtain.
And Pavan, several chief parliamentary secretaries,
the BJP kept maintaining that they have nothing to do with the Rajya Sabha election, but from behind the scenes, they were the ones who were propping up the handful of JDU rebel MLAs who actually met with Mr. Sushil Modi at his residence in the presence of the media before they came to file their nominations. And there was such a naked display of money power and the attempt for horse trading, a kind that Bihar has never seen. And my worry is, I have full faith in the governor, but my worry is that if you delay the special session of the assembly for Mr. Nitish Kumar to prove his majority on the floor of the house, the BJP is going to use Mr. Manjhi as a puppet in order to indulge in horse trading and unethical
I'll take that charge to Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao, it's a high stakes battle in Bihar later this year.
They will fail even so.
No, so Mr. Rao, is there a sense of nervousness about this alliance on the other side versus the BJP? Because after Delhi, Bihar is the next big election. So is this a very high stakes battle where anything goes?
No, I think, you see, this government in Bihar was not in office because we were supporting it from outside. Therefore, it's really farcical for anyone to blame us for the instability. It is Mr. Nitish Kumar to satisfy his own personal ambition.
Wrong, you were not supporting it from outside, you were a coalition partner. And after that you opposed that government. Please get your facts clear. You were coalition partners and after that you opposed him.
He's talking about right now.
I'm talking about the present situation. I think
then send a letter to the governor saying that you got 87 MLAs who's going to support
Mr. Rashmikant, I did not interject when you were speaking. Please have the patience to listen.
Okay, Mr. Rao.
This government, Mr. Manjhi was made chief minister by the Janata Dal United. We did not support his candidature for chief minister. So therefore, we are completely an external player. We are an opposition. We are the leading opposition party in Bihar Assembly. And today, if Mr. Nitish Kumar wants to stage a comeback, wants to become chief minister again because he sees no political future beyond next assembly elections, that's an internal matter of the Janata Dal United.
So do you believe the assembly, do you believe the floor test should happen right away? Do you believe the floor test should happen right away in the next 2 days, Mr. Rao?
No, you see,
you say it's the governor's prerogative to decide.
I will answer that.
Yeah.
The common consensus in this panel, as I understood, is that the place where to determine whether Mr. Manjhi enjoys the confidence of the House is the floor of the House, and how much time to be given to him, or whether he resigns on his own. I think is something that is to be decided by the governor.
But shouldn't that be, in your opinion,
within the limits of morality?
No, but in your opinion, shouldn't that happen right away in the next couple of days, in the next few days, rather than 10 days from now?
No, I think that will depend on the precedents. That will depend on the constitutionality. I think just because JDU is in a hurry in the next 12 hours, it cannot be done. I think the governor is duty bound. He is bound by the constitution, and he will follow certain precedents.
Okay,
I gave you a precedent. I just gave you a precedent of Andhra Pradesh. I just gave you a precedent of Andhra Pradesh.
I am not the one to decide.
Where 72 hours were given. And Andhra Pradesh is a big state also.
You are giving the...
Well, the fact that the BJP is not sticking to a timeline is interesting.
May I just say?
Yes, Mr. Verma, quick last word, yes.
We have faith in the governor that he will follow constitutional propriety and democratic practice. But I can also repeat to you what Nitish Kumar said, that if we feel that there is the convening of the assembly session is being delayed deliberately and unwarrantedly, we will take the Rashtrapati ji in Delhi, and our MLAs will be paraded before him to see that under him the governor does follow ethical practice. That is all. But we have full faith in the governor, and I'm sure he will do what his office demands for him to do.
But Nidhi, I think you must certainly ask BJP the question, why did the governor have to make a detour to Delhi before going there?
Mr. Rao, quick answer to that. Should the governor have come to Delhi for consultations?
He may come to Delhi, he might go to Calcutta. I don't speak for the governor of Bihar. I think if
talking about
anybody has
perceptional
questions,
issues
I
here.
think that should be addressed to the office of... No, I think governor is the representative of the union government in the state.
Yes, but
So
the
if he
office of the
wishes to-
governor
if he's
has
coming to
come
speak
under
to-
the office of the governor has been defamed in the past for being misused
The
by the
governor
government.
represents
That is
the
during
President
your
of
rule.
India.
I think it's the Congress. It's the Congress which has
Please
given,
remember
which
your
has done
5
all
years.
these misdeeds in the past.
Please remember
Alright,
your 5 years.
gentlemen, I
party,
have to
Mr.
leave it at
Rashmi
that
Khan.
on Bihar. I think it will
was
be
your
very
party
important
which
to
gave
see
a bad
the
name
next
to the
crucial
office of
step.
governor.
Remember your 5 years.
It is important to see what the governor does, and as I said, it is the next big battle after Delhi. But when I come back after this break, that is exactly what we're going to talk about, because counting in Delhi now takes place less than 12 hours from now. It's a very high stakes battle. What really is at stake for all the key players? That's coming up in 2 minutes.